I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Because we have the fans on tonight, be sure to speak into your mics and speak up, please. We have two visitors tonight, and our first visitor is Laura Nadolowski.
Nadolski.
Very good.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Nadolski-Hansen. Some folks around here, Mr. Rudock, I know, knows me well from multiple years in school when I was at the Antique Boat Museum, and now I'm the executive director at the Antique and Classic Boat Society. And I know a lot of folks in Clayton don't know what the little house on the corner of Mary and James does. We've been there since 1996, and ACBS is the largest hobbyist group for classic boat collectors throughout North America, and we also have members in Europe as well. And so we're bringing our 50th anniversary boat show here in Clayton this year to celebrate our anniversary at home at headquarters, and we're looking to use some of the village facilities.
Yes. So it's Monday, September 15th through Sunday, September 21st. They'll be launching approximately 100 boats. That's not a problem, not at all. Let's see, you want to use the Mary Street dock both sides?
Both sides.
On that Thursday through Sunday. And closing of Mary Street, which is basically the same way it's done for the ABM show.
Exactly.
With the exception of, you would like it on Monday, you
For
would like
launch.
it Monday for the first, for launching only?
Yeah, what we do, because our folks, they roll into town, they'll start coming in on Monday.
Yes.
So the first wave of boaters will arrive Monday. Then we kind of have a lull. Tuesday and Wednesday, a few might show up, but then it's Wednesday and Thursday is our next round of launching for those who don't come in for the cruises, the pre-event cruises, and just come in purely for the boat
So
show.
does that section need to be closed down, or can they just go around and launch from?
We think we might have enough that are trying to stage all at the same time, that if we could do it on Monday, we thought it might be safety-wise the best choice. But if we don't need it, if they're kind of spread out through the day, we could leave the street open on Monday.
Okay. So that would be more of a wait and see as the time gets closer. All right.
I think it's great. I think it's great you're going to...
Wait, just 1 second. And then they'll have the emergency, the volunteers. So it'll be a lot, very, very similar to the ABM.
Yes, we're certainly working with the Antique Boat Museum and their normal setup. Just that ours is a little elongated by having folks. What we do is our members come in first, beginning of the week, so that they can enjoy the waterway that they're on and take tours. So we'll be doing planned cruises from the boat museum out, leading them through the islands, making sure they have their GPS to know where they're going if they're not following a boat who's from the area.
You had, Mike?
No, I was just going to say, I think it's great that it's free admission, right? Did I read that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
so the whole community can just stop by and check it out.
Exactly. The actual show days, Friday, Saturday, those are the two main show days. So those will be free admission to the boat museum. The grounds will be open. I know we overlap Saturday with the downtown car show. So it is one that we would expect. There are quite a few folks coming with the car show and coming in for the boat show.
Two separate sides of town, so we should be okay.
Correct.
So Laura, just one quick question.
So a lot, because our members trailer in from all over. So we do expect, while there are going to be some coming locally from the Thousand Islands chapter or that are cruising in, some of our folks that are on the Great Lakes or the St. Lawrence Seaway will cruise in from afar. A lot are coming in on trailers, and we have people haul from California, from Texas, from Florida, from Washington State, and so they're all coming in.
So what plans do you have for parking?
So the trailers themselves will go over to the museum's Bartlett Point Barns and be on their grounds over there at Bartlett Point.
Right.
Thank you.
Now, when you're on the Mary side, you know, the north side of Mary Street deck that sometimes can be pretty precarious.
Yes.
And are you guys going to put like a buffer or anything out there for the boats? Or
So we weren't going to do a buffer, but those would be for any of the larger cruisers.
larger ones?
Yeah, that will be reserved for. We have a few that are going to be larger. We have a couple people contemplating sailboats coming in for their cruisers, and so that's where we would be using that outside for the larger boats.
Right.
Rob, do you have any questions?
No, I don't, I'm sorry.
No.
No, I don't have any questions. Sounds great. Sounds really well organized.
So could I have a motion to accept
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
their,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. So you're good to go.
Thank you.
So as the time gets closer, you know Terry Jones?
No.
Terry Jones is our
Thank you, Terry.
DPW supervisor, and he's the one that takes care of the docks. So any questions, Terry will be there to help you, or reach out to myself or his wife. Right, Terry?
Yep.
And the only other, and we'll write you a letter
Uh-huh.
confirming this. The only other comment I'll make is we're going to put into the letter that Mary Street would be open at 5 at night.
Yes.
With the barricades.
Yep.
That works out well. Super.
No relation to Jimmy.
They both got mothers from
But
different
step bro.
fathers.
Yeah, step bro.
That's right. Well, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
coming and introducing yourself. And now, if we go down to your little building, is there anything that we would see?
So we are in
that-
office, it's 3
Good.
staff members.
Right.
I did give you each a copy of our magazine,
Yeah,
the
thank you.
ACBS Rudder, our
Yes.
quarterly publication. So that's one of our spring issues. So it gives you a little bit more about us and what we produce for our members.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to having you here. It's a great time of the year.
Yeah,
Very good.
forward to it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Jimmy Jones. For those who may not know Jimmy, Jimmy is our, he takes care of the Cerro Park. He takes care of also the dump, and probably does anything else that the
Yeah,
town asks.
anything else that does not
The town
explicitly
needs to be done.
written.
Yeah. So I asked him to come because he had a composting seminar approximately 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
That was very interesting, and the town transfer site is now doing composting, and so I've started my own doing composting, and it's really quite easy. Open up your plastic jug and throw all your food in it. Put the top back on and you're good to go. But I wanted Jimmy to explain a little bit more what they're doing. Because we'd like, not only do we want to see it grow, it needs to grow for New York State. At some point, New York State says
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
yes.
Yes. So the Climate Smart Community, the Joint Village Task Force,
Yeah.
Town Climate Smart Task Force, sponsored a seminar July 29th, kind of to introduce the compost over there in the town. I gave a presentation over there. What you have in front of you is basically the presentation. The first page that you see before you is that's just telling you in upstate New York where all the compost facilities are. And it's also color coded. So if you look at Jefferson County, really the only municipality that has a composting site is now Clayton, which I think is a great having back
Absolutely.
for Clayton.
Yeah.
To begin with. And that's not just in Jefferson County, but you look at St. Lawrence, you look at Lewis County. Yeah, we're the only ones. So that's, at least we're getting out ahead of that. So what we're going to be accepting over there at the Town of Clayton transfer site is organic materials such as yard trimmings, food scraps, wood waste, paper and paper products. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got ahead of myself. But all of those things that I just mentioned makes up about 28% of your garbage. All right? So it's a huge amount. If you think about it, it's really a huge amount. And just by composting, we can reduce the amount of trash that we send to Jefferson County all the time. So if you take into account that we, during the busy summer months, we send probably 20 trash bins to the county per month, at least 20. So knock off 28% of that, you're down to 14 trash bins. That's quite a bit, to put it in perspective. All right. So what we are taking, so April 14th we became registered through the DEC. What we are taking is yard trimmings, obviously leaves, grass, clippings, brush, and then source separated organic waste. So basically all that means is all that plastic packaging that you get in your food, like with your food and everything. If you're going to start composting, taking it into the transfer site, just please try to keep that plastic out of it. Okay? If it looks like plastic, don't put it in there. All right? Other than that, when you're done with dinner and you get one of these handy dandy buckets right here, you just take your food scraps, put it right there in the bucket, screw it back on. Maybe don't keep it in your kitchen, maybe keep it on the porch outside, but it does have a handy dandy screw lid on it, so it's pretty good. I'm just going to kind of fly through it. So, the presentation that I gave July 29th over there at Zero Recreation Park, it's really just has to do with the town of Clayton and the processes at our transfer site. I'm sorry, has to do with Clayton and the processes at our transfer site. It was relatively specific to that. This presentation, the packet that I just handed you, kind of outlines how that's going to go. So basically, you're going to pull up to the front headquarters just like everybody, tell them you got compost. The guy over there, more than likely is going to be Dan Glenn, is going to tell you, hey, you're going to take your compost right down here. Now, if you fit one of those pages right there, you've got it right there. All right, so that's where we're putting our food scrap compost at.
That green,
The triangle? Yeah.
the green, no, the green bucket.
Yeah. So that green bucket,
No,
if you
flip
flip
it
it over
over,
to
Mike.
or Mike?
This one?
No, flip it over.
Flip it.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that one right there. All right, so that's where you're going to put your food scrap compost at. And it'll be at the direction of the guy that's working down there. But basically, you pull down there, open the lid, you can dump your bucket right in there. And then that bucket's kind of cool because all my guys have to do at the end of it is lift that bucket up, come scoop it with the tractor and put it where they need to in the pile. And then just let it go.
Yeah.
All right. Then there's another pile for yard trimmings, grass clippings, and that sort of thing. All right. There's an additional pile for wood chips, which would be up there by the building. So everything is pretty organized over there. If you bring your stuff over there, people will tell you exactly where to take it. All right. And plus, you get one of these buckets too if you start composting.
Oh, so you get the bucket at the site?
Yes.
Do you have them up at this?
So
site?
I have them right now. I do not have them at the transfer site.
Oh.
I've got the buckets at Zero Recreation Park right now. And the reason why I have it at Zero Recreation Park right now is I want to make sure the public understands what they're to be used for.
Right.
All right? I don't want to just start giving out buckets and nobody knows why they have a bucket. So my plan is, brief the village board, hopefully that'll get the word out a little bit more. Go to my board, brief my board, get the word out a little bit more, and then maybe even schedule another seminar at Rec Park at a later date. That way, I'm just not giving out buckets, and next thing you know, people are using them
for water or whatever.
I wanna make it a thing. And if I'm able to get all these buckets out there, then we'll buy some more. I mean, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a good thing for the town, or the Clayton as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm gonna create a little exhibit here. I am,
Okay.
with your buckets and also
Oh, see, that's even
with
better.
the
Yes.
information
Yeah.
that, that came from public health.
Yeah.
Celia
Oh,
did
yeah,
a
that
nice little
CC
one
had,
plus
yes.
your little flyer, but I think, yes,
Do you want to keep this with?
sure, that would be good. And then that way, when people come in, we've got the information right here for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you, Nancy, yes.
And again, I've been doing it since that Wednesday morning, and my garage doesn't smell. And
Yeah, it's great.
it's working out, I mean, much easier than I thought it would. It's always been easy, but it's a great way to, and for one person, the disposal usually eats better than the person does. So now I won't use the disposal, it will eventually become dirt. It will be just better for everybody.
Now, within each bucket, there is
Yeah,
a
these are what
flyer.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and then there's another,
Yeah.
just a handout, kind of good compost, knowledge.
Right, yes, yes.
Any questions, or if you want me to cover anything else, Nancy?
No, I think you did the basics.
are you at a point right now where we can come and also get?
Yes, thank you for bringing
Yeah.
that up, Mike.
Okay.
So we are at a point where if you wish, you can come get some soil.
Nice.
Now, like I mentioned at the seminar,
Residents.
be it, yes, residents of the town of Clayton, of the town, our village of
Right,
Clayton.
and not commercial.
Yeah,
items,
within
right?
the town of Clayton,
Yeah.
not somebody coming from A Bay, yeah. What was I gonna say?
You were
Mike?
gonna say that they
Yeah.
can only get three, right
Yeah.
now, 3 buckets
Yeah.
per person
Yeah.
per coming
Yeah.
up to the
Yeah,
dump.
yeah,
Right
I
now.
mean, I don't want people coming in with a dump trailer.
3 buckets that
and-
size?
Yeah, 3
Yeah, I mean,
buckets
that's
that
fine.
size, yeah, that should be plenty. I mean, as you know, my compost is not meant to be used as, yeah, that's what you're going to plant in. Yeah, exactly, it's not meant to, it's meant to augment
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
got going
Yeah,
on
exceed.
already.
And you
Um,
cannot bring, what else can't go up?
Oh.
Roadkill.
Yeah, roadkill, yes, so we're
No
not,
roadkill,
we're not
no.
accepting roadkill at this time. No, yeah, none of that.
No dog poop?
No,
No dog
cat
poop, no.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta say that, because people
Yeah.
don't realize it.
It's
That can
food
screw it up.
scraps.
yeah, it's food scraps.
No deer carcasses.
No deer
No
carcasses.
duck hunting season's coming
Now
up.
chickens are okay.
I know the village and the town both pick up a lot of roadkill on the side of the road. Where we can't take, we'll still take it, but it's not going
Not
in
going
the
that
compost.
much,
Yeah,
right.
it's not going in the
Yeah,
compost.
because you can do weird stuff.
Yeah. The only thing, so the soil that we do have up there right now, somehow some pumpkins got into it and they grew great. They freaking grew great. All right, but just be advised, if you take any of that soil, you're gonna get some pumpkins, and if you don't want them, you probably have to pull them out of there. But they grew great. It was awesome. They grew awesome. Yeah, we had like boards that we were just handing out.
Maybe you need to grow them for pumpkin junket.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there you go. More sustainable.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's all I have, Nancy.
great,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
doing that, I think it's awesome.
I'll look.
Good job.
I mean, you're part of it, like, you and Nancy
No,
both
but the
are part of
compost,
the
I
task
mean, it's
force.
like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
It
do my
was-
own compost, like, I
Yeah.
just do my own and I put it in my own garden.
It was a struggle through DEC, I will say that.
Yeah.
It took a little bit.
But you did
We
it.
got there.
You stuck with it.
Great, thank you.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
will you leave these
Yes, I will
buckets
leave
here?
these.
Super, thank you.
Close up with the bucket. Oh, yeah.
Terry Jones, or
Photo
maybe
op.
get out of the photo, make sure you're not in the photo.
You wanna get in there?
Oh, I think Terry should get it.
You wanna get in there?
The Jones brothers.
You have the same haircut.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Good evening, everyone. You all have a copy of the DPW activity report. As you can see, we've been really busy. The municipal building has started to take shape. They started the second coat of paint. Hopefully have that done by either the end of this week or soon after.
The building looks great. I drove around it today.
It really
It really, that
really
gray,
makes it pop.
it really, I
It
was,
definitely upgraded it a little bit.
stunned how
It
nice
looks
it
a lot
looked.
better. So, great, guys have done a fantastic job. Toby, he's been here from the beginning, patching the mortar joints and doing that since last year, and it's very tedious work, but he's hung in there, and we got Tony and Jake helping, and we'll have to pull them off tomorrow for some other jobs, and Toby will be back by himself for a while. But we definitely got a good jump on it, and it's been hot, really hot.
Really hot.
I don't know what side the sun's on when they're painting, so they've tried to work around that, but obviously comes a point during the day where you gotta go where you gotta go, so they've done a fantastic job. That's pretty much all that I have. Do you have any questions for me? Yes, sir.
I was told that the Toro, the new Toro motor is not working out too well.
It works. It's been there. There may be some issues with the drive motors. It's still under warranty. It has 2-year warranty on it. But they're aware of the issue. It's been documented, so if something does go wrong with it down the road, it'll be taken care of.
Mark was saying that right now it's not turning the way it should, so. My recommendation for this whole thing is at the end of this summer, send it back to them and tell them to bring it back right.
Yeah. We probably will do that. We're just trying to, see if it actually, finally, the motors give out, or one of them do. They haven't really had any issues with this that I know of. So whatever's going on with it may be just a random thing, but yeah. And they're really good out there at Burville. And we've worked with them for several years. We buy weed eaters and different other things out there. So they've been really good to us, and I know that they'll take good care of us.
The one other thing is that, would you tell the board what you were telling me about Mike?
Yeah, Mike Fox, who got the contract for the sidewalks in the village, he plans to start them in September sometime after things thin out a little bit in the village, where it's easier to access streets and there isn't as much traffic parking on the streets. And he's going to do as many as he thinks he can get done in this fall area, and then in the spring he'll pick it back up, and we'll probably get more, but we'll do it in the fall and in the spring, and then we'll see what we have left after. There are some other sidewalks around the village, and I'm sure some of you get people that walk have noticed that are in rough shape, and I'm sure as we go through this process, we can get letters out to them to notify them that, they're kind of in a violation of code, and they're hazardous, and if someone does trip on their sidewalk, they are responsible. So it will come to that if they're not on the list. So we'll play it this way first, see what we get, and then we'll take it from there is kind of the way we were going to address it.
Hey Terry, real quick, just by the Riddock's house on James Street, the sidewalk has green fluorescent paint where it's uneven, just a little strip of it.
Yep.
Did we do that?
Nope.
They
We do not paint
The
sidewalks because
The homeowner
once you paint it, you have shown that there is a problem with
That's why I asked.
it, and it becomes a liability.
Yeah.
We do not do that at all.
I just-
Whoever sidewalk that is, we don't.
They probably did.
Just to probably highlight it a little bit so no one does that. Again, that's one of those sidewalks that probably needs to be addressed. Any other questions?
Great work in a hot summer.
And it's been one heck of a hot summer. I would say that I just completed my 32nd year here at the village. It's been,
Yes.
been a good ride. And
Also,
I was going to leave next year, but
not gonna let
I think we got that bridge grant, and I really would like to see that project through. So I'm going to stay till at least the winter of 27. So that's the plan right now.
All right. Thank you.
And he also has a birthday on Thursday of this week. Happy birthday, Terry.
Thank you.
To you, happy birthday, dear Terry, happy birthday to you.
Well, thanks, Mike.
You got it?
And I'm going on vacation this week, so Mark's in charge, so any problems, call Mark.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Working around the
Yeah,
house.
that's good too.
The river.
Oh, well, I'll be out there too. You're right, Ron. Doing a lot of that this summer. Been great.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you
Have
very
a
much.
nice week, Terry.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Any questions in regard to the,
I had one thing.
yes?
It's not in particular about this month. It's in general, I was curious as to whether the traditional living clients problem is getting better.
Some weeks yes and some weeks no. And in here, I don't know where these are stated because I know that they've been arrested and spoken to on a variety of subjects. When I look at the police report in general on News Junkie, that's the call-in, you'll see 305 from state, sheriff, and from us. As it may have it's gotten better since some of the residents are no longer in the village, but there's still other residents that problems are created within the house itself, not always on the streets. Any questions or comments about the consent agenda? If not, could I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
1 through 4, and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Joanne?
I just have a request for, and she would like to, she's early, but she would like to, do their craft show in the municipal building. They did it last year, and it was pretty good. I don't need a motion, I just want you all to be aware and have you, that it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll let her know that she's all set.
And the contract for Albertina and Courier. I wasn't able to sign it because it was more money than the original one, so I don't know if you have questions, comments, et cetera, what you want to do about that.
Was that because of the electrical survey or whatever?
Well, the energy survey that you all wanted done.
Okay, so that, I forwarded that to, well, I forwarded it to Ron, but that's free with National Grid. I don't know why we would pay him to do it. National Grid will do it for free for in commercial buildings, residential, I'm sure commercial they'll do it for this too. And I think they've done it for this before, but many years ago. But
Well, we asked them to do it because that's what you all wanted. 4 out of 4 wanted it done. So I think you need to make a decision what you want.
So my hope was we would ask National Grid to do it, and there's a form here I'll send it to you right now that you fill out and send to them, and they come and do it.
I know they do it because I spoke to them when we were at the Anchor building. We can do it.
My point is we don't.
I just don't have a lot of trust in the situation. But we can do it, it's free. I have reached out to NYSERDA numerous times in the past week and a half. No response. Every time I tell them who I am, I'm the mayor, I'm calling about the municipal building, and they go, oh, you want to have your house evaluated? No. Oh, they have no idea what I'm talking about. I did send an email in the middle of last week, haven't responded, so we'll reach out to National Grid. That's all. We can do that.
I think that National Grid's taken over some of the responsibilities of NYSERDA as far as I understand, but I think there's two separate things. So the energy audit is free, and yes, I think we should do it. But I think what Ryan is saying too, like I get the impression that he's not going to do an energy audit as much as he's going to look at the energy audit and say, okay, well, here are some solutions. Because an energy audit won't give you solutions, I don't think. They'll just say, these are the issues.
I don't, my understanding with the four you wanted, and maybe I understood incorrectly, was if we're gonna do this project and we're spending, I'm just picking a number, we're spending $30,000 a year on this building, and we put in these new windows, what do you expect that we're gonna spend the next year? And I don't really know that anyone can make that determination because of how the weather changes. And that's what he is, that's what I asked him to do, that's what he put in his contract. So,
I think National Grid will do that and give us an estimate because they have a broader swath of customers to look at to say they've done this, they've saved that, this, that, kind of thing. And so I think that we tell him, okay, we're going to go with the original contract, is my opinion, and we'll go to National Grid. And if we decide what we get from National Grid is insufficient, then we'll go back and talk to him and say, what better can we do for us?
Yeah, I think we should do the National Grid audit in any case. And yeah, I mean, if they're going to be doing the same thing, it doesn't make sense. I haven't read what Brian said as far as the, you know.
well, that's like, I've gathered, and you're not gonna appreciate it from what, and I'm talking all four of you.
Yeah.
When I've read through the contract, I don't think anybody's reading through what it is he's actually going to do. That's why I sent it back out the other day for you to read through what he's going to do. Because I've heard, well, it's not worth $10,000, it's not this, it's not that. But when I read through it, I think it's definitely worth $10,000. Do I think 10,000 is a lot? Yes, I do. But I know Mike likes to go in and dicker, but you're not gonna dicker too much.
My idea for them, what I was referring to, was cost savings. And I expect the cost savings to be not per year, but on an average basis. So if you want to use weather, you use national average for our areas. I don't expect a certain cost specific. In general, if you switch to such and such, like heating, going to environmentally one, I want to say this could save you 25% per year, et cetera, et cetera. Nothing specific, but in general, and most of the time you can use manufacturer recommendations of the product. So if you're looking at a heating unit, it's manufactured, they know the area. So to me, I didn't want specifics. I wanted, the average savings for our area, that kind of thing. And I assumed that it would be an additional cost, that it would be just in their analysis, and then prioritize, this is the most savings. Let's say lowering the ceiling.
Right, but
Whichever.
again, all of those things are listed in their contract, what they're going to do for the 10,000. So I will sign the original contract and be on our way.
And then order the National Grid audit. Yeah. And then, yeah.
I can do that. Now, I've also asked Rob and Ron to be on the committee for the building, so there'll be a lot of conversations at that point, or as that continues. But no, I wasn't the least bit impressed with my sermon. That's all there is.
Ron and who are on the committee?
Rob.
Oh, okay.
I see that Trustee McDowell has out the letter.
Yeah, I just wanted,
That-
you asked for these back, and so I just made one, that would be my preference.
Fine, does anybody else have any comments?
I was leaning towards one, so I haven't seen this one actually. I'm not sure.
It's just
It's, yeah, I mean, it's a.
I should say, I'm sorry, I'll take it. So I took out, in the second paragraph, it says, therefore, it is both reasonable and equitable that a proportional share of this tax revenue be allocated back to the community that generates it, and I changed it to where it is generated, because the community that is a little small.
Same as we did with the septic.
Right.
So I think we'll agree.
Yep.
The only other couple comments I have, as you all probably have seen on Facebook, a yacht, they gave us a glowing review. I'm not sure, it came from a company in Utica, a radio station, but we received a glowing review about them being here and how happy they were. And one of the comments was, which is all attributed, I feel, to the DPW, is how clean the community is. And I've noticed it this year, it's extremely clean for the amount of people that we've had in. It's just a personal opinion, I question, is our tourism really, can't find a place to park? I came to work at 8:45, and there's nothing in the back parking lot available, nothing, at 8:45. And people this year have been on the streets from like 8:30 continuously. So they're spending money somewhere, is what it appears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a busy summer.
It's been a very busy summer. The docks, the whole month of July, have been just slammed. They are in their full force. Mary Street dock isn't as busy this year as the front docks are. We'll talk about that when the season's over, et cetera, et
I
cetera.
saw the terrace report, he was asking the guys down there to do other work besides something about painting or whatever.
Yeah, like,
That's good.
yeah, well, the painting a picnic table. Bob, do you know, this has just dawned on me a couple of days ago. Do you know whatever happened with the Verizon towers at the hotel? Nothing ever went through?
I haven't seen any work and I haven't heard
Haven't either.
anything working, so I don't know. But those of us who have attended, well, not from it,
Right,
we've
yes.
attended a lot of those planning board meetings, and many of those projects have not come to fruition. I guess the condos over here have been sidetracked, whatever. And of course, we heard the other day that the marine store is not going to be built.
No, that's, yeah, because he
And,
found out that was well over $1 million to do the marine store. So the cottage colony is going through, and he'll get that started as soon as he gets some more. He's looking for DOH approval, but it's all running along smoothly. Any other questions, comments?
No, I saw the letter that went back and forth complimenting Dave.
You did a
and
great job,
Mike.
yes.
And yeah, I think this new system is, and Joanne mentioned that too. I think the new system is a lot more fair, it's a lot more equitable, it's a lot more consistent. And
Yes.
And that's what we should be doing, you know?
Yeah, no, both of those guys are doing a good.
Consistent.
Yes.
That's important.
I think people tend to understand better when they're treated fairly and consistently. And so I appreciate what they're doing as well. And the fact is, we're getting our money's worth now.
And I also like his idea of going to the different boards and explaining what's happening. He's not asking permission, just explaining so that all of the, rumor mills are somewhat squelched. Yes.
During the meeting, we had one committee member get up and talk about it. And that project like this would have passed had 20 or 30 people
Yes.
negative comments. So the communication line is very important, and it shows that.
Thank you. All righty, anything else? All righty, have a motion to.
I'll make a
motion.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh,
oh,
No, go ahead.
Who did?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, because we were looking at this building and stuff, I started looking On the CERTA, they have a clean energy community, and again, we'll have to go through a resolution to become
Yeah.
participant in that, but they, they're no longer accepting applications for this year, so I'm not sure what next year brings. Eligible for the cooling centers, which you put out, Nancy,
Right,
which
yes.
I think is awesome. But that also was due July 31st, so we'll be looking at next year. And then again, EV charging, you have Department of Energy, FHWA, EPA, and DOT, which have grant programs, but they're not as large as some of the other ones, but we should also look at them. And I also have been talking with Mark about the building in general and looking at some of the things because he really knows this building.
Who, Mark Hayes?
Yes.
Yes, no, you're
And
correct.
some of
Yes.
I wanted to, I don't know anything about the back
Yes.
portion, so I wanted to just ask him, I'd like to see him make recommendations, what is necessary, what's not working. And there's a few things that definitely need to be addressed just for getting them up to where
Yeah.
we should be.
You're correct.
And that's all.
They really, there's not a lot in this building that's up to code any longer. It just hasn't been addressed for so many years.
And that is
We'll find
a
out.
grant process for bringing
Right.
buildings up to code that are government. So there's enough for that next year.
Exactly.
So what's the, all right, so he just found this grant, like, what should Ron do? Email it to you, then you mail
No,
it to?
I mean, don't take this incorrect. You don't need to do anything. I've been looking at these, and as Ron also stated, we missed some of them. And I truly, the NYSERDA one, I emailed them a couple of times asking, because I said, there's an email address there, and no reply. But I didn't look at them until, maybe 2 weeks before the deadline.
Yeah.
So, but it would also be Christy Diffel would help us with the grant writing. So when we're getting closer to, okay, we're getting ready, she would be the person that we will speak with also, because she gets these things every day throughout her emails.
So I have a friend that knows some of the NYSERDA people, and he's willing to introduce them to us. The thing that he said also was is that this is the time to go for those, get our applications in and everything that we need, because if it does come available,
Right,
we'll be
yes,
there
absolutely,
with our
yes.
application.
Yes,
And also the idea of what he was talking about is it's good to know these people so they're what they're looking for in the application.
Absolutely.
That push it over the edge.
Yeah. Makes sense.
well, it would be nice for us to meet with him, because like I said, I've called, I emailed, and I get
I've had this,
I get nothing back.
I've had
and
the same thing. Yeah,
It's very,
okay.
just very disturbing when nobody even replies.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that they're getting 100 emails a day about this stuff. I don't believe it. Just saying. So should we make a motion to close the meeting?
All right, I'll try again. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
In a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.